Hello everyone. I'll be talking about the effects of social media on body image. So, why did I choose this topic? Is because I've seen a lot of evolution videos online, like evolution of fashion, makeup, and hairstyle. So I tend to look more into the body image as well. And also there are a lot of fitness contents on Instagram, and I actually felt bad about my own body just because I'm looking on the pictures every day. So I decided to look more into body image and social media. And what I found after the research is body image is the social trend because many young adults nowadays have paid attention to healthy living, to feel what kind of ways to make me look slimmer, look attractive in front of people. And the fun fact is that over time, our culture and population have embraced all kinds of body image. You can be curvier, bustier, slim, and petite kind of body shapes. We have all experienced that. So for my introduction, the research question is, how does self-satisfaction prevents females from comparing body images with others on social media? While the hypothesis is, when women with self-satisfaction are less judgmental and able to accept their own body shapes. The hypothesis is proved because my primary and secondary responses prove that women with self-satisfaction over body image have a greater chance to accept oneself, despite living under a judgmental society, despite having all those Facebook, Twitters, and Instagram. So moving on, I got my key findings. The first one is negative body image. Negative body image is actually a distorted mindset, a false perception of your own body types. So do you know that a research done by Glasgow University manifests that women are 10 times more likely to have a poor body image than men? So it's women are 10 times more likely to care about their body image. This is because women see body as several parts. So we can women, we differentiate hands with legs, and tummy fats and hand fats are all different. But for men, they only see all those components as one. So they tend to have less care about how they look and the fats they all have. So therefore it brings more of a negative body image to the women only. So negative body image is usually affected by the overusage of social media, because media sets expectations on females' body image. They have pictures and videos that can brainwash that thinness is the new definition of beauty. If you are fat, that means you're lazy, you're not attractive enough, you're not beautiful, not cared by the society basically. And because of media, males, they kind of have more exposure on this kind of edited pictures online, or those body goals and muscles levels and all those things. They tend to rate female thinness as an important aspect for attractiveness and dateability. This means that if the female is not thin enough, but her characteristic is okay, the males won't consider dating them because they're just not thin enough. Yep. And negative body image usually came from external pressure and internal pressure. So external pressure is what I mentioned before, is the peer and social pressure, like the males population and the media expectations. They kind of create a body comparison for the women and exploit an individual's confidence on body image. So they kind of take up the criticism that hurt their feelings because of their physical appearance. And for internal pressure is that body concerns are multidimensional and include mental, perceptual, and behavioral responses. So usually internalizing stereotypes offer a pessimistic self-reflection of oneself. So a woman, they would kind of begin to feel disgusted about own body just by looking at the stereotypes, and then kind of self-reflect on own body. And later on, it actually progresses to self-body dissatisfaction and gradually lower self-esteem. So what is important for this topic is that women should have self-esteem to break through the self-dissatisfaction on body, because self-esteem is needed to pull gaps between actual self and ideal self, just to dismiss the poor self-reflection. So what I said here is, the more confident a woman is, the easier she can comply with natural body type and stay away from beauty standards. Okay, looking through the results now. The demographics: 40 females and 24 males had taken part in my survey, which is a total of 64 respondents, and 64 of them are college students, because college students are my main targeted audiences, and 55 of them aged between 16 to 18, while 10 of them aged between 19 to 21. Okay, the first question. Does social media increase your attention span on body image? Why is it important to include it to write my conclusion is because this question helps to find the relation between overusing social media and negative body image. Without any surprise, I got 25 actually agreed on this statement, saying that social media does increase their attention span on body image. And the second one is, what is your opinion to the following statement? Women reported to have more body dissatisfaction than men or boys. So this one is actually to record down what the public thought is the victim of body dissatisfaction. Like, is it really women who have the most body dissatisfaction than the other gender? And the same thing, without any surprise, 45 people agreed on it. It's like more than half of it think that women are the one who got like body dissatisfied every time. The third one is perception of body image originated from peer pressure, parenting styles, and media at the early stage of adulthood. So I mentioned before about the external pressure like media and peer pressure. So it's actually to justify negative body image is originated from peer pressure and media, and it helps to explain media effects on body image. So from the graph, it says that 50 people agreed on it. Like basically the whole thing leans toward the right side of the graph, and they all agree that perception of body image is usually came from the external pressure. The fourth one is it possible that thin figure leads to self-enhancement and thinner self-ratings? This question is more like an opposite kind of question to the topic. I use this question is to find out whether there are possible reasons to disprove my hypothesis, and also find out whether thin figures can bring benefits to the female population, just to like make a twist of it. But 28 people stay neutral because they can't decide, and 20 people actually agree on that, saying that thin figure can lead to self-enhancement. The last one is, what is your personal opinion to this statement? Self-esteem leads to self-satisfaction. So basically in my hypothesis, I mentioned a lot about self-esteem, self-satisfaction, to accept own self. So I wish to collect the views from the public on proving my hypothesis by asking this question, and also reconfirm that self-esteem is the best way to self-body satisfaction. And 55 people agreed on this statement, saying that you should have higher self-esteem to lead to a better self-satisfaction. And only one person disagreed on this statement, and I don't know why. I don't know really. So next I'll talk about discussion, which is my conclusion. So over usage of social media, as mentioned in the quote, like more time spent on SNS had a positive relationship to body surveillance and drive for thinness. It can lead to negative body image, and because of that, a lady can create a body contrast between themselves to other people, and it then leads to lower self-esteem. But if you have a higher self-esteem, which mentioned down there, like 55 out of 64 participants agreed to the statement of self-esteem leads to self-satisfaction. Like, if you have overusing social media but with a higher self-esteem, you might you might get self-satisfaction anyway because you don't care what the others think. And then you will get positive body image. You won't just care about how people judge you. You just live your life. And the last one is I think the results they came out to be as the same from the survey and the research is because it does have a lot of negative impacts for social media on body image, and also the articles online are all related to teenage population, and while my targeted audiences in the survey are all college students. So from the perspective wise, I'm expecting the same kind of results because it's like the same group of people giving comments on the topic itself. So it won't be much difference on the final responses. And one of the weakness to the survey is that there are more females than male participants, a ratio of 40 to 24 people. So I got more females' perspectives, point of views, instead of getting male participants. And I think it's kind of a bit hard to judge whether this study is valid to both the genders. And there are two biases. One is the leading question. Do you think that pictures on social media are slightly edited? So the word slightly edited is kind of like giving a certain direction for the participants to answer the question. It's like, in the question it mentioned slightly edited. Oh, actually I think so too. So they might think that, slightly edited, yes, I think so. So they might choose, yes, pictures on social media are actually slightly edited. Another one is that response bias. So how would you react to the expectations on body shape and body size? From my survey, I found that a lot of people weren't answer the question truthfully. Like they give out some random answers like I don't know, meh, giving me a smiley face. So I think that is one of the biases I encountered in this study. And what have we learned about society or human nature? I found that humans are judgmental and scared to be judged at the same time. So humans, they would judge people like, why does the girl look this way? Like, why is she so fat? But when people judge themselves, they might have that low self-esteem, like, oh my god, I got judged. I should do something to actually solve this problem, do better of myself. So I found it very ironic because if you judge people and then you know they will feel bad, why do you even judge? And also humans like to compare with each other. Like why we need social media is because we need to brag about our own life and let the people jealous about you, and then let them to compare their lives with your life. So I think it's very unnecessary to have it and then make the comparison between both humans. So lastly, what I had learned is that body image is truly a concern to female, both externally and internally. It's like the physical way it's affecting it and also the mental itself. And the last point is there will not be a definite answer to a study because perceptions are different. So in this study, it could be some people think that social media are good for body image, but some people might think that social media is bad for body image. It all depends on the circumstance and also what you think about the society. Yeah, lastly will be my reference page. Thank you.